Yesterday, I woke up and received a message from NYX Cosmetics. I was super excited to get this collaboration email in hopes of doing some sort of either paid or PR type collaboration with them. Upon seeing that message, I was like, yes, finally, I get to work with a big brand that I've always loved and wanted to work with. But upon further inspection, reading through this email several times, I have come now to believe it is a scam. And I want to be clear that I do not believe that NYX Cosmetics has anything at all to do with this. I do not blame them or think that they had anything at all to do with this. So just keep that in mind. I think that the person is using a big brand name in order to possibly scam people, and that's why I'm here. I wanted to bring light to this and show you the email and some of the points that I think are some red flags for those of you who are reaching out to get PR maybe for the first time, hopefully to avoid scams in the future. So as of late, I have actually been reaching out to more and more brands for PR and collaboration, not just for free products, but for networking and hopefully starting to have a relationship with the brand. So this type of email is not foreign to me. I have gotten actual paid collaborations before and a lot of collaborations where they will send you free product so that you can review them and then make a video of them. But getting one from NYX Cosmetics would be a big deal. So I have the email printed out and I will go over some of the points here. The first part of the message says, hello. It does not use my name or even my username, which is kind of a red flag. It's not necessarily always going to be one, but just something to look out for. They're not personalizing it to you. Then they go on to say their name and that they serve as a brand collaboration and partnership manager at NYX Cosmetics. And they'd like to formally invite me to participate in their upcoming ambassador campaign and all that. Then they go into more of like their brand beliefs and things and reasons why they think I would be a good fit. Then this point is something I want to point out to you and how I believe that they found me in the first place. Our team has been closely following your content and is highly impressed by your creativity, confidence, and authentic engagement with your audience. We initially discovered your profile through Instagram's Explore platform and have also noted your interaction with the brand through tagged content. This type of thing kind of lends credibility to them because the day prior, I did tag NYX on Instagram. They must have seen that tag, and that is how they found me, and I believe how they found my email. Because on Instagram, I do have my email in the bio, and I know some people discourage that, but I do want brands that are legitimate to be able to find me very easily and be able to offer me PR or collaboration. So that's just the risk you take, that people will be able to find your email and possibly do something like this. But I feel like statements like that make the whole situation seem more believable because you'll think back and you said, well, yeah, I did tag NYX. They must have seen it that way. That's how they found me. But the companies and you are not the only ones that can see that you tagged them. You can go to their page and see people who have tagged them and then see that content. So that does not necessarily mean that that brand is the only one that can see that. So another thing to keep in mind when tagging brands. They go on to say some more stuff about like the types of people that they're looking for. Then it comes to the collaboration overview section, and this is the important part. So this is what they will be offering me. And the first part is a paid partnership. Compensation of $3,000 payable upon the successful completion of a 1-month collaboration period in recognition of your time, creativity, and personal contribution. I'm sure that a lot of bigger creators get $3,000 offers all the time, but this is something new for me. I have gotten PR and paid collaborations before, but not $3,000 for just a month of videos. Now, would I like to believe that my videos and my time are worth that? Yes. But it seems a little strange to me that a big company like NYX Cosmetics would offer that right off the bat to someone with a follower count like I have. I do not have as many followers as I'd like to, but I do have a lot of videos, and I have made companies money before with affiliate links and different things. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that someone would offer me this, but it just seemed like a lot for the situation. They also said they'll send a selection of 20 flagship products that will be provided for my video creation, but that's typically what I see. They send you the products in order for you to make the videos, and that's your compensation, the free product. Then they go on to talk more about brand visibility and how they'll share your stuff on their social medias and tag you and all that kind of stuff so that you get seen by more people. And the thing about this email that I'd like to point out is it does sound very believable, very professional. It sounds like wording and things that people in this position would say. But then at the bottom it says like warm regards and then the person's name and then again their job title. But there's no other way to contact them. There's no other email. They don't write their email out again. They don't have a phone number or any other like social media where you can see their specific page, or even so much as like a LinkedIn page where you could see that yes, this person does work for this company. And then if you look at the email that they sent this from, it's from a Gmail account, which is probably the biggest and most obvious red flag, and the thing that you should probably look at first. It is something that I looked at right away after and started to kind of get the gears rolling that this was not probably legitimate. If it was, it would probably say this person's name at nixcosmetics.com or whatever the company name is. It would typically not come from a Gmail, Yahoo, something that you can make by yourself and nobody monitors. So now that I'm pretty sure that this is a scam, what do I do? So I decided I'm going to try to get more information out of this person to see if they're legitimate, but I'm pretty sure at this point that they're not. But I want to see what they'll say, what their deal is, what their scam is, what they were trying to get out of me. I write them back and sound professional and say like, I'm interested, I'd like to know more, that kind of thing. So then I send the email, and then like almost instantly it gets like a return mail saying that this is undeliverable. I'm not sure how that type of thing works. Like, if a lot of people reported a certain email, would Gmail make it like blocked, like you can't send anything anymore? Because maybe a lot of people have gotten this email and like reported them for spam or scams or whatever, and maybe that's why it doesn't work anymore. I don't know. So I wasn't able to contact this person to get any more information. But those of you who are new to PR and collaborations with brands may be asking, why would someone do this? Why? What is their goal here? What are they trying to get? So a lot of times when they're running scams on PR products, they'll say, hey, I'll send you this product, and you say, sure, I'd love to review it. Then they say, but you have to pay the shipping. And then they'll have you Venmo, PayPal, wherever they have it. And then you'll send them the money for the shipping. And then they'll never send you the item. Or there was this one time I had this wig company that was going to send me several wigs. They told me to pick out 5. I told them which ones I wanted. And then after that, they said, oh, well, we want you to pay for it up front and then we'll reimburse you. That's never do that. They probably will not repay you back for that. And then on your end, it looks like you went of your own free will to wherever it was and paid for it by yourself with your credit card. And they just won't pay you back, and now you've paid for the product, and you could probably return it, but you don't want the hassle of that. So things like that is probably what this person was up to. Or they might have wanted to say, oh, we'll pay you $3,000, but we're actually going to send you a check for $5,000, and it's going to look like a mistake. And then you can cash the $5,000, put the $3,000 in your bank, and then send us back the $2,000. This used to be a really common thing back in the day on like eBay and things like that, where they would send you too much money and then you were expected to send them back the difference. But then after a certain amount of time, that check would come out to not be legitimate, and now you're out the $5,000 because the bank doesn't care that they were scamming you, and then you gave them a free $2,000. So stuff like that, they probably were trying to do something like that. So the moral of the story is to not be blinded by the big brands, the dream brands that you've always wanted to work with. And then if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is, especially on the internet. There are people that will contact you for paid collaborations and things, but you really have to be careful to avoid things like this. And hopefully now that you know some of the red flags, like the Gmail account email, the not really personalized email, no other way to contact them, and then when they promise you a lot of money up front, it's probably a scam. So hopefully this helps you guys if you're just getting into makeup and doing collaborations and PR. I would hate to see you guys get scammed by someone who is just trying to use your dreams against you. And that's the thing about scammers that I really hate, is like they know what they're doing. They know that people are out here trying to get PR. They know that if you're a beauty creator and you're tagging the brands, that you want them to notice you. And they know how to get you and how to make things sound professional and sound great and like a dream come true, and they just want to scam you. I also tried to tell NYX about this. I tried to look for their email, couldn't find one. I chatted with someone on their like online chat, and they kind of confirmed that they didn't think it was legitimate. Since it was a Gmail account, they probably wouldn't do that. So I will be tagging NYX down below so that they know that this is happening. I know this happens quite a bit in the PR collaboration space. I'm not saying I'm the first or only one to have this happen, but in case it's like a new scam going on, I want them to be aware. And if they'd like to contact me to get the actual email and all the information, I'd be happy to give them that. I'd love to hear from you guys if anything like this has ever happened to you or any new scams that you've been seeing lately. Even though you have to be careful out there, I don't want anyone to be discouraged. We should still all go out there and try to get as much PR and collaboration as we can. I think we should all keep trying to live the dream and work with all the brands that we've always wanted to. And hopefully if we all look out for each other, we can avoid these types of scams. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and thank you guys so much for watching.